A resolution is usually difficult to do because you have to go cold turkey, and that is really hard for people without some sort of a plan. Hi everyone, this is Voula Manousos with Nutrition Design with You in Mind, with another Table Talk with Voula. So our topic for today is about the art of goal setting and not resolutions. It's December. People are going to be thinking about those resolutions, not maybe this minute, but they'll be thinking about it towards the end of this month into the new year. And I am here to say that we need to be able to set goals and not resolutions. After weeks and weeks of holiday eating and drinking, people are ready to swear off the treats and the sweets and the drinking and hit the treadmills. So we all know how that goes. Gyms offer deals. We are bombarded by commercial from weight loss companies on what the best pill or drink or tea is to help us lose that weight. And by the way, weight loss is the most common New Year's resolution, followed by quitting smoking, drinking less, getting fit, according to USA.gov. Despite the best of intentions, 8% of us are successful at achieving their goals, according to a study by the University of Scranton. And where is the evidence for this? Well, all you have to do is look at the gyms. So the gyms are full come January, but come mid-February into March, they're not as full as they were in January. And that's because resolutions are easy to make, but very hard to stick to. Resolutions are habits people try to achieve every single day or try to avoid as long as possible. Resolutions absolutely show great intent, but it is better to develop some form of a goal that you can work on slowly but surely. And just to give you a little bit of a statistic around that, according to Philippa Lally, who's a health psychologist at the University College of London, a new habit takes a little more than 2 months, 66 days to be exact, until it is fully formed. So what is the difference between a resolution and a goal? A resolution is a firm decision to do or not to do something, okay? Versus a goal, which is the object of a person's ambition or effort. It is their aim or desired result. Let's talk about this in a little bit more detail. So what is a good goal? One that will challenge you, but will not break you mentally or physically. If the goal is not realistic, it will be too difficult to accomplish. So that is really important to kind of keep there in the back of your mind. Now, why do I need goals, you might ask? Well, you need goals to stay motivated and focused, and to keep you excited about that goal and about life in general. Achieving a goal is satisfying because it's your hard work and dedication that you put in that will get you to where you want to be and make you happy ultimately. The next thing we need to look at, how do I achieve my goal? Action steps, people, are absolutely vital when we are looking at accomplishing goals. We need some little subset goals under that larger goal in order to be able to move towards that ultimate goal. As an example, if drinking more water is one of your bigger goals, well, how are you going to get to that goal? So a subset goal might be, oh, I'm going to wake up in the morning, I'm going to fill up a 16-ounce glass of water, and I'm going to drink that before I go to work. And then I'm going to take a reusable water bottle, fill that up, and have it for the rest of the day. Do you see how that is more specific and you can wrap your head around that and that you can actually do? A way to put all of this together, everything I just mentioned, we want to create what we call SMART goals. This helps guide goal setting, and we're going to talk about this in a minute. These SMART goals you can use in any area of your life. It doesn't have to be just about your health. It could be setting financial goals. It can be setting work goals, your health goals. Athletes use SMART goals in order to get them from point A to point B to point C to point D to their ultimate goal. So what does the SMART goal acronym stand for? S is for specific. M is for measurable. A is for attainable or achievable. R is for realistic. And T is for time-bound or timely. We are going to be explaining each one so you can really grasp what this SMART goal is about. And before you make these SMART goals, and this is something that I do in my private practice with my clients, right off the top at my first visit, I have a 90-minute kickoff visit with my private clients. And the first thing we do is we kind of establish what the vision is for not only their health, but their relationships, their stress, their finances, their friendships, really looking at the whole person and where people want to strive or move towards. And then we start to make those SMART goals under every one of those pieces of the vision. So it's really important to establish those SMART goals under the pieces of your vision in order for them to become reality. So let's talk about this. S, we said, is for specific. So goals that are specific have a greater chance of being accomplished. So they answer the what, the why, and the how in detail and provide clear direction. And we'll be offering some examples in a minute. M, measurable. All goals should include a measurable outcome. You need to be able to measure the outcome. Super important in order to track and achieve that goal ultimately. A is for attainable. Do you feel you have the resources and the bandwidth to make that goal happen? You need to ask yourself that question before you put this down. R, is it realistic? Is this goal actually realistic for you? Do you have the resources? Under the circumstances, are you able to achieve this goal? If you were thinking at some point of running a marathon, oh, I want to run the Boston Marathon, but you really know in your heart that you're not ready or prepared, then it's not a realistic goal and maybe not a goal that you should be choosing for yourself at this point in time. T, time bound. There is a time frame, people. You can't just say, I want to drink more water. There has to be a start date and a finish date. If there is no time frame, there is no urgency. If there is no urgency, there's little motivation to be able to complete that goal. So this is actually really very important. Let's give you an example. If someone's larger goal is to exercise more and this person is super busy, a SMART goal for them might be, I will walk with a friend at work for 15 minutes 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Do you see how that's very specific? That it has some kind of a measurable outcome. It's realistic and it's attainable for a busy person. Note how we said 15 minutes 3 times a week. We didn't say an hour and a half 5 days a week. So for somebody who's maybe busy and starting out, this is a SMART goal that is probably achievable. So once the SMART goals are set, then you build on your successes and you tweak the goals accordingly. You do not have to keep the same goal. You can tweak them. You can change those SMART goals as you get closer and closer to your ultimate goals and vision. Let's talk about making sure the goals that are stated are positive and not negative. I taught you how to make a SMART goal that falls under your greater vision. And remember, your vision can have many different components, and then we can put SMART goals under every single one of those components, okay? Really important. But you want to make sure that they are positive and not negative. It is very powerful psychologically that we use positive language. I will avoid ice cream for dessert is negative language. Instead, you might want to say, I will eat Greek yogurt with fruit and dark chocolate and 3 times a week instead of ice cream. Do you see how that's more positive and realistic? The last step in this whole equation is to make sure that you take action and track your goals. This is super important. Make sure that you're setting smaller subset goals, like I mentioned, that will get you to your ultimate goal. So for example, if one of your goals is to start eating breakfast and eating oatmeal 3 times a week, that's not going to happen if oatmeal and the fruit that you put into the oatmeal isn't into the house. I mean, I know it sounds very simple, but actually, sometimes the food is not in the house on a regular basis, so you can't meet the goal. So it's really important to make those little micro goals underneath and say, you know what? I need to go shopping every Friday and I need oatmeal and strawberries on my list in order to make that breakfast 3 times a week. Do you see how important that is? The last thing I want to really talk to you about is, once you've taken action, you want to have a system in place in order to track those goals. So you can use an app, you can write in a journal, you can use sticky notes to put your goals everywhere in the house, in your bedroom, in the bathroom, in the kitchen, wherever you are, in the car. But it's really, really important to be able to track your goals, because only then does it become real. So once you begin to make progress towards achieving your goals, you can build on your successes and you can get to that larger goal of managing your weight or your health much more easily. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you consider this. As we move forward into the holidays and into the new year, I want you to focus always on the positive and not the negative. Please commit right now, today, to making those SMART goals and not resolutions. So until then, you can visit me on my website at www.mynutritiondesign.com. Please drop me a line at voula@mynutritiondesign.com. And until then, I bid you adieu to good health and to great food always.